Oh, we're recording. What is up, guys? Happy Easter Sunday. It is 2:51 p.m. and I have been working all morning. I just finished up all my work. Well, not all of my work. I still gotta edit a video, but such is the life of Remington James. I felt like a good topic for this video would be how to employ certain strategies when you know you're gonna be around family and friends and you're gonna be eating out or doing maybe an all-day festivity or something like that. How you can kind of plan ahead and minimize some of the damage that can happen when your nutrition isn't quite optimal like it should be. But like I always tell everyone, if it's a holiday, feel free to enjoy yourself, guys. There's not that many holidays in a year, and it's not very often that you get to see your family and friends in such a capacity. So in my own humble personal opinion, if you have a little bit of fun, I'm not gonna hold it against you. I've been known to have my fair share of fun at family outings. You can ask any of my relatives, even some of them that after witnessing me have fun have disconnected from the family that we haven't seen in a while. Paul, I miss you if you're watching this. Please give me another chance. Regardless of all that, guys, before we get into these strategies, I need to go to the store, have to pick some stuff up, and I figure, hey, why not? I'll bring you guys along with me. So, if you guys are ready to get this special Easter edition episode underway, then I'm ready to do it with you. Let's do it! All right, before we go to the store, let's go ahead and arm the old security system. What, you guys think I'm just gonna give you the password? Come on, I know we're close, but we're not that close. So, hey, come on. Okay, we got 60 seconds to evacuate the building. Go! Barely made it in time. Oh, someone left me a shirt on the step. Wonder who that could be. It's a mystery. But yada, 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 still got the rental. Go figure. All right, guys. So, what the game plan is that I'm gonna go to the store and pick up a few choice items. Now, I ran out of eggs and egg whites as of this morning's meal. Now, I'm gonna go over some of the stuff I've done in advance to prep out for today. Since it's a holiday, but I wanna let you guys know that my plans for today are to hit my macros 100% spot on. I'm not gonna blow anything out. I'm gonna be 100% dedicated. That way, you guys can see that it's not really that hard. You can enjoy yourself, still have some good family, fun, social time without blowing your calories in your diet and your goals, progress, what have you, out of the water. So, let's go to Kroger. Push button start makes the girls get in the car. No, I mean, kinda. Not really. It's an Ultima, baby. Hold on. Pure horsepower. Ooh, listen to that motor purr. That's the sound of two twin-turboed V8s. Actually, I think it's a 4-cylinder EcoBoost, but hey, who's keeping score? Yep. Steady go. Okay, Drake, you can cool it for now. It's Easter. You're scaring the children. Just arrived at Kroger, and there's a couple things I've learned about Easter Sunday. One, everybody drives 10 mile per hour slower. It must be an unobserved rule I didn't know about. And two, people quit putting carts away. Now, let me give you guys a piece of advice, right? If you want to be a kind, contributing member of society, put your cart back in the thing once you're done with it, because what you don't know is that these carts can catch wind, they can roll, and then boom, hit a very nice, beautiful car like this twin-turboed supercharged Nissan Altima that we're in. Word of advice, guys, some people really pay a lot of attention to their cars, and they don't want them to get dinged up. And I've seen so many door dings in cars, probably as a result of people doing just this. So if everybody does this, guys, it'll make the world a much better place, as well as re-racking your weights. 2 life tips that aren't even a part of this main video, guys. The value here, the value. All right, let's head inside before I scare away you guys before you watch the rest of the video. All right, guys, here is pro tip number 1 for staying on point during the holidays. You see this, guys? You see this? This is chewing gum, bubble gum, Laffy Taffy. No, that's not the right word. This is just gum, guys, right? Usually what I'll do is I'll grab myself a pack of Trident. This is probably my favorite flavor, honestly, the green Trident. You look here at the nutrition facts, 1 gram of carb per stick, less than 5 calories. And there's even some speculation as to whether or not you actually absorb that. When family members or whoever's trying to get you to take a bite of cake or here, try this, before they can do anything, you take a piece of this, open it up, shove it in your mouth, and boom, good to go. Now you're chewing a piece of gum, guys. So I'm not even kidding about this. You might think I'm joking. I'm being 100% serious. Anytime I'm at a family occasion and I'm eating clean, I take a pack of gum with me. It's in my pocket, and then I can chew gum when the need arises. So, tip number 1, guys, get some gum. Time for tip number 2, guys. Here we go. So we have here Powerade Zero. There's Gatorade Zero, stuff like this. But some of these drinks, right, have 0 calories. Now, if it's me and I'm going to be going, I don't want to drink plain water, I want to feel like I'm doing something a little different, you can grab yourself a Powerade Zero. Now, keep in mind, they have a little bit of sodium in them, not much. They're only 150 milligrams. Only 1 gram of carb per serving, 0 calories. And once again, it's one of those things where they don't even really know if you absorb all of the carbohydrates that are actually in this. So I'll take one of these, and sometimes I'll even put some branched chain aminos in with it to make it taste even better. But take some of these with you guys, ice them down, and drink these. Same goes with water, branched chain aminos, whatever. The more full your stomach is, the less hungry you're going to feel. So usually I'll take a couple of these with me, ice them down, and we are good to go. So the artificial sweeteners in here, jury's still out whether or not they're super good or bad for you, but I drink stuff like this, same stuff that's in my pre-workouts and stuff like that. So I'm not too concerned with it. So pro tip number 2, stock up on your liquids, be good to go. Alright guys, and tip number 3 is you do not have to be a slave to what everybody else is eating, right? Check this out. We have my Halo Top here. You guys have seen me have these quite a bit. Went ahead and grabbed a cookie dough and a red velvet. There we go. So instead of going to whatever family function you have and you're forced to eat their ice cream that you know is not good for you, or not as good for you, not saying this is the healthiest stuff for you, but at least with this, you know the macros that are in it, right? You can track it and scan it. So today, what I'm doing is I'm gonna go ahead, both of these are already scanned into MyFitnessPal. I'm gonna keep my carbs low all day, and I know tonight, when I get home, I'll be able to eat both of these, feel like I'm really enjoying my holiday, but really this didn't set me back at all, guys. All I did was scan the nutrition label in MyFitnessPal. Tip number 3, make smarter choices, guys. You don't have to eat that stuff just because that's all that's there. Bring your own stuff, guys. Preparation is the true key to success when it comes to all this. Fail to prepare and prepare to fail. I made that up. All right, guys, tip number 4 is eat a big meal before you go, preferably Brussels sprouts or any other green vegetable. I would personally do a whole bag and then get some protein with it as well, keeping carbs low. What this is going to do is fill your stomach up, give that volume in there. That way you're less likely to binge when you get there. The last thing you want to do is show up to these occasions hungry. So, recap. Tip number 4, eat a big, healthy protein and vegetable, high fiber meal before you go. That way you are less likely to binge on the bad stuff. All right, guys, and tip number 5 is to avoid all of this. What do I mean by this? Let me show you. Check it out, guys. So it's Easter. Now, this is applicable for almost every holiday. They kind of bring out all this themed candy, right? So right here, we're in the seasonal candy section. They literally have egg-shaped candy, chocolate, all sorts of jazz, right? But here's the thing. When you are cheating on your diet and you know you're going to go for a free-for-all, right? The one worst thing you can do is to load up on sugar. If you can, minimize sugar at every turn. Those simple carbohydrates will easily spike your insulin levels up and make you store fat almost immediately, especially when you're in a caloric surplus, especially when you're not tracking log and you're just kind of eating and enjoying yourself. So tip number 5, avoid simple sugars such as this, your sweets, your candies, your baked goods, as much as you can, you know, keep them in moderation, because if you start binging on this stuff, that's when you can really start moving that goalpost the wrong direction in regards to your overall goals, weight gain, fat loss, and all that stuff. So anyways, guys, tip number 5, avoid simple sugars and candy. Tip number 6, never trust wooden bunnies. I don't trust you, and I won't, and I won't. No. All right, back to the conversation earlier. It's this easy. Watch, 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 watch. And boom, guys. Good deed for the day, done. All right, guys, picked up a few key items. That wasn't a full grocery trip. We did that a couple days ago. That was just a couple essential items that I needed. When you are dieting and eating healthy, right, be prepared to go to the store 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes you run out of things spur of the moment. Sometimes you just got to go make special trip. Even if it's just for one thing, just be prepared for that, guys. Honestly, sometimes I know it's easy to say, like, well, I don't want to go to the store, but I'm telling you, you will be thankful for it in the long run when you make that special trip and grab that item just so you have your meal plan intact as opposed to just, oh, I don't have the stuff, might as well call Donato's. Yeah, can I get 2 large pepperonis? Oh, garlic bread for $3? Why not? Your body will thank you for it. So anyways, back to the house, and then I'm probably gonna go over those tips a little bit more with you guys. That way you get a better idea of what I'm trying to say. So see you guys there. What is up, guys? Just got back home and I wanted to elaborate a little bit on those 5 tips I just gave you. So these are tips that I employ personally, so your mileage with them may vary, but I'm telling you guys, if you give these a shot, I think some people come away from this better equipped to handle these situations in the future. So like I said, tip number 1 is gum, right? I keep this Trident on me. Any flavor of gum will do. I find though personally that if I have a gum that's flavored, as in like a citrus gum or something like that, I tend to want to eat more of it, and I just kind of keep craving it and eating it. Whereas stuff that actually makes my breath better, it's minty, I don't crave so much. But like I said, in a tough situation, for instance today, I'll try to attribute these to what I'm doing. So my family, we were originally gonna go down to my mom's house and cook out and stuff, but it's been rainy on and off all day, so we're just gonna go to dinner up here. We're going to Texas Roadhouse. For those of you that aren't familiar with that restaurant, it's a restaurant here in the US. Basically, they have steaks and chicken and stuff like that. So I'm able to go there and eat. At this restaurant, when you first show up, they pretty much just slam a bunch of free rolls down in front of you. That's always the hardest part. If you guys know the bread and the butter, that makes it so hard to resist that temptation. So what I'll do, the second we get in there, I'm gonna pop a stick of gum in my mouth. I'm gonna chew on that gum while everybody's enjoying their stuff. That way I have some flavor, I have some palate stimulation going on, and I'm less likely to eat those carbs and that bread that I don't need. As much as that sounds amazing, the bread and the butter, like in the end, what is it? It's empty, starchy carbs, and it's some fat from the butter. So if I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna do it bigger than that. Tip number one, guys, that's how I utilize this. Or after you eat, everybody gets dessert. Same principle applies, you're good to go. And then tip number two, like I talked about, was making sure you are drinking adequate fluids, and you can also get a variety of those fluids as well to make you feel like you're not so stuck to your diet. Once again, guys, the last thing you wanna do when you eat a big meal like that is to cut your water intake down. If you've been drinking a gallon a day, gallon and a half a day, and then you quit drinking that, all of a sudden your metabolism will slow down. That paired with a huge influx of food, calories, and whatnot is going to cause you to more than likely hold on to all that bad food you're eating as fat, right? So what I typically do, I still keep my water intake high, especially going into it. I'll try to have my gallon down even before, as close to that as I can before I even get there. If it's an early occasion, I'm taking my gallon with me. No matter what, that gallon goes with me to family occasions. They know what I'm all about. They understand. And as much as they might give you funny looks and be like, what are you doing? Like in the end, you're prioritizing your health. And sometimes when people see you trying to better yourself, it makes them a little uncomfortable. Don't let what they say affect you negatively. I got so much flack for this from all of my family when I started doing this whole lifestyle thing. But look at me now, right? Look at me now. Not that I'm anything special, but you know, I've made fitness a huge part of my life, and they realized it wasn't just a fad. And that's what you gotta do, right? You wanna be the type of person that when you do something, people know you're serious about it. They're not just thinking you're doing a fad diet or doing something like that. Make it a lifestyle. Those extra fluids in your stomach are gonna make you feel more full, gonna make you feel more satiated. And on top of that, if you get yourself something like a Powerade Zero, something 0 calorie, like I do caffeine-free Diet Pepsi all the time, especially when I'm cutting, that in and of itself, guys, can just do wonders for making you think you're actually getting something that you aren't supposed to, even though in all reality, you're not getting any calories or anything from it. So keep your fluids high, drink a lot of water going into it, gut fill and all that good stuff, metabolism running high. And then my third tip, guys, was that you don't have to be a slave to what everybody else is eating. Just because you're showing up to a family function or whatever and everybody's bringing food, desserts and stuff like that, doesn't mean you have to eat that stuff, guys. You can very well bring your own foods, and you can even put unique twists on foods that you don't normally eat. For instance, maybe make your chicken barbecue, right? Or bring your Halo Top like you've seen earlier instead of eating that ice cream. Making small minor changes, that way you can still keep your nutrition at the forefront while maybe still giving yourself a little extra. I used to be really bad about going to these family gatherings and eating just chips and just justifying in my head before I went that it was going to be a free-for-all, and I was just, oh, screw it, whole diet's blown out. And then I would go binge, gain a ton of weight in just one day and kind of set myself back multiple days. So like you guys seen earlier, I have those Halo Tops. And I used to eat a couple a day, honestly, when I wasn't really watching things. But you know, now I've only had one Halo Top since I started dieting, and I fit it into my plan. And those 2 Halo Tops, first thing I did this morning, knowing that it's Easter, knowing that I'd probably want some ice cream or something later, I scanned both of those into MyFitnessPal. Boom, they're already accounted for in my phone. So I'm basing everything else I eat around those, right? So I know tonight when I get home, I'll be able to eat a couple pints of ice cream, feel really good, but still not be detrimental to my goals at all. So like I said, tip number 3, don't worry about being a slave to what everybody else is eating. When I go to Texas Roadhouse today, what my game plan is, I looked up their menu in advance, which is something you can do. If you're going to a restaurant you've never been to, pull up their website, look at their menu, find out what you're gonna eat before you go. This is what I do, I plan ahead. So I go, I know that they have an 8-ounce chicken breast with barbecue sauce on it, right? It comes with 2 side dishes. What I'm gonna do is get 2 8-ounce chicken breasts, probably no side dishes. If I do any, it'll probably be vegetables, but you have to be careful. A lot of times they saute their stuff in butter and oils, and I'm trying to be as on point as I can, so I'll probably just do 2 chicken breasts plain. I'll ask them not to use oils or anything to cook the chicken breasts in, and then I'll probably just use hot sauce on the side. And as unappetizing as that sounds, guys, that's gonna keep me on point and keep me good. A little bit of research in advance, I know exactly what I want. So apply that next time you are going out with family. And then tip number 4, guys, like I talked about in the store, eat a big meal before you go. If your main concern is overeating, then probably the best way to do that is to overeat before you go. But instead of overeating on bad foods, overeat on clean foods. I've been known to take an entire carton of egg whites, an entire bag of Brussels sprouts, broccoli, asparagus, whatever, some green veggies, really just fill my stomach up to the max. That way when I go, even if I am craving that stuff, I literally don't have the room in my belly for it. So that's a good tip. Like I said, it's all about putting your best foot forward. I know I used to be a fan of fasting up until, which you can do, But I found that when I do that, as soon as I break my fast, I'm so ravenously hungry that I end up eating probably more than I would have eaten if I would have just kind of ate normal all day and then went to that function. So your results may vary. Like I said, try different approaches out. It's all about what works best for you. I find that if I eat a big meal before I go, I'm way less likely to cheat. So tip number 4 for you guys, give that one a shot. And then my final tip, guys, if you're really serious about minimizing the damage you do to yourself on these family get-togethers, these holidays, whatever, try to steer clear of simple sugars. When I say simple sugars, what I mean is anything that has sugar in it. Should be pretty self-explanatory, but I understand some people don't quite understand what I mean by that. I'm talking about things like ice cream, things like candy, things like chocolate and sweets, stuff like that, guys, where you have those simple sugars that are metabolized instantly by your body that raise your insulin levels, which in turn cause you to store fat. I touched on this a little bit in the store, but I'm telling you, this is probably the most important one. If you go stuff your face and you stuff your face with chicken breast and potatoes or steak, salads and stuff like that, I mean, as much as you might go over your calorie limit, it's way less detrimental than if you start pummeling sugar. Your body has an insulin spike, your body then stores that energy as fat, and you come away from the experience. You could even eat less calories and still make more of a negative impact on your body by focusing on sugars instead of real food. So, like I said, today what I'm going to do when I go to Texas Roadhouse, I'm gonna avoid the simple starchy carbohydrates in the form of like the white breads and stuff like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm still gonna have a nice big meal. It's gonna be a pound of chicken breast, right? And it's gonna taste really good because they cook their stuff well. I'm still gonna feel like I got really full, but that's it, right? I'm eating protein, the most thermogenic of the macronutrients. And on top of that, I balanced it into my diet today. I simply went into my Fitness Pal, put 16 ounces of cooked chicken breast in there, and boom, that is all I know I'm gonna eat there. Hot sauce is 0 calories, so we're not gonna count that. I'm not even gonna get a salad or anything of that nature, guys. So, like I said, focus on the good stuff, try to avoid the simple sugars, and that is my 5th tip. Hopefully you enjoyed these little tips real quick. Today I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I gotta meet my family, I got a lot of stuff to do, still have to edit a video, have lots going on, but I didn't not want to bring you guys this video and wish you guys all a very happy Easter. Even if you don't celebrate Easter, it's a good Sunday, right? It's a good Sunday, it's a good day. Every day is a good day, every day should be celebrated, right? As much as I love celebrating holidays, seeing my family and stuff like that, literally every day you wake up is a blessing in and of itself. So I'm gonna take a little break from the filming stuff, I gotta go edit a video, and then I will check back in with you guys here in a little bit, and I'll see if I can't bring my camera to the restaurant with us. Let's do it. Game changer. Okay guys, getting ready to leave the house and head to dinner with the family. I can't guarantee how much camera time I'll have at the restaurant and everything. I will pull it out, show you guys what I'm eating, how I'm kind of sticking to my diet, but don't expect too much screen time just because it's family time, and I try not to bring too much of this work into that. As much as this isn't work to me, it's probably not the best bet to pull this thing out in the middle of a family dinner and start vlogging, but I'm still gonna bring you guys some content, so let's go. Ooh, you start this thing up and those V8s roar and it just almost chills you to the bone. What we ended up doing, guys, like I said earlier, I got 2 8-ounce chicken breasts with no barbecue sauce, told them to be light on the oil. It is marinated, so it was really good. And then I am drinking ice water with lemon, and they have peanuts sitting here, but because of my gum, I was able to avoid it. So yeah, still enjoyed myself, guys, had a great time. Back to the vlog. I just got back from Texas Roadhouse. I'm just gonna throw a little voiceover over that clip you just watched because it was super loud in there. We were really cramped, and I wanted you guys to see what I got, but I didn't want to risk pulling the camera out and then the footage turning out bad, so I figured I would just film it, voice over it. I think you'll end up liking it. So real quick, let me show you what my mom got me for Easter. So we roll up, and then she's got these lunch boxes. Everybody got a lunch box. As you can see, I have Iron Man and Captain America. Whose side are you on? I don't know, if I had to pick a side, I don't know, I got a little soft spot for Cap. I got a soft spot for the Cap. Anyways, go ahead and flip this around, open this up, and she got, this is my gum I put in there earlier, but she got me a pack of Trident, a pack of Orbit, and then we got Walmart gift card. So I want to say there's like probably 50 bucks on that. She got me a Texas Roadhouse gift card. We got a Chipotle gift card, a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card, and another Walmart gift card. So I'll probably use the Walmart gift cards and buy accessories for my Nintendo Switch. And we also have Munchies, salted peanuts, and salted peanuts again. She doesn't buy me candy because she already knows now after doing it so often that I won't eat the candy. But thank you, Mom. Happy Easter. Thank you so much. I love you if you're watching this. If not, I still love you. You're just not getting the direct message like these guys are. So anyways, guys, I need to go ahead, finish up and edit, and then I will show you guys what I end my night with. I just like walked across that, and that light just blinded me the entire move over what I do for the channel. Anyways, guys, I'll check in here in a little bit. Alright guys, my day is about to come to an end, but I didn't want to go to sleep without sharing this with you guys. So I am a huge Halo Top fan. I'm probably their biggest fan, right? So right now, if you've been following my channel, you know exactly what these are. This is healthy ice cream, essentially. This is cookie dough. And when I say healthy, I don't mean that these are healthy, eat these and you'll lose weight. What I'm saying is that if you're going to eat ice cream and you want it to taste like ice cream still, but only have a quarter of the calories and impact on your macros, then you want this, right? If you're gonna make that decision, if you're gonna fall off that cliff, you just go for this. It'll be way better for you in the long run, is all I'm trying to say. And then we have red velvet here as well. So, thing with these today, each of these is about 180, 360 calories. So this is 720 calories. Each of these is 56 grams of carbs. So 112 grams of my carbs out of my 150 for today was with these. So the rest of my diet, the only other carbs I've had today is one wrap and an instant packet of oatmeal, and that's it. So I had to budget a lot of stuff out because the only other things I had was 2 eggs, 4 egg whites, 4 ounces of ground beef, and then the 2 chicken breasts at Texas Roadhouse. So that's all that I've had on my diet today. But I was able to fit these into my macros to where it's not really that big of a deal that I have them. I'm still gonna have the same amount of calories, I'm gonna have the same amount of grams of protein, carbs as every other day. So I can have these and budget them in, scan them into my app, and I'm good to go. So that's what I did for both of these today because I felt like it was Easter, and this isn't something I say you should do all the time, but if you're going to do it and you wanna do it in the best way possible, just make this stuff hit your macros. Literally, your body won't even skip a beat. It'll just keep on going. Couple taste tests. We're gonna start with chocolate chip cookie dough. Get on here. Okay, let me show you what we're working with here. There we go. Check that out, guys. Let's do it. This just gets me every time. Every time. There's nothing about this taste diet, I promise. That is so good. I'm just literally, as soon as this camera's off, that is going down. Like nothing is getting in the way of me and that as soon as this camera's off. Or this one. We got some red velvet here. Also love this one. And the cool thing about these two is that they both have chunks in them. Some of the other flavors don't, but these two are the worst two for you calorically, but they're just the best. Like you can get ones that only have like 240 calories in these, not 360, but I just love these ones because they're the closest to real ice cream out of all of them. Oh man, I'm not telling you to go get ice cream, but what I'm saying is next time you're at the store, maybe just grab one of these and try it out. And then let me know what you think. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and have a happy Easter, everybody. My night is about to be spent eating these, playing my new Nintendo Switch, Legend of Zelda, spending Easter alone, but hey, it is what it is. If you like yourself, then it's never a bad time, right? Think about that one. I'm out of here. As always, don't forget to smile, remain positive, and pay someone a compliment because you never know whose day you could be making better. With that, I'm out of here. This has been a Remington James production, and I'll see you guys at the next video. And don't be jealous, guys. Don't be jealous. See you guys.